ישמר השבת אל ישמרני, כי ישמר השבת אל ישמרני, אותי לעולמי עד בינו וביני, אותי לעולמי עד בינו וביני. Na 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 If I will keep Shabbat, Shabbat will keep me. Keep what? I don't know. Keep me alive, keep me free, keep me happy. What do you think? Shalom, good night from Israel. Second, okay. Good night from Israel. Shalom, everybody. Do you hear me? You hear me, yeah? Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. This is something that I'm trying for the first time to do this live little bit late here in Israel, to see if it's work better for you, because I made a poll yesterday and most of you said that you want me to broadcast the portion lesson in Thursday evening. So that's what I'm trying to do. So now it's evening in New York, I think, and let's do it. So this week we're going to talk about the portion Mishpatim. Last week we spoke about few things about the 10 commandments that the Hebrew people got from God through Moses and through God. And now we're going to speak about a lot of rules that Moses gave to the people of Israel, to the Hebrew people, the Hebrew people. And before that I will start, I wanna remind you that you can send me here on the chat names of people that need healing. I will do a small break in few minutes from now to bless them with you. It's not that I'm blessing them, it's that I want that this lesson would be for those who need healing. So please write me here in the chat if you have someone that needs healing, and then we will mention the names. This is something that we are used to do here in Israel a lot of time when we are doing lessons, when we read Torah. So we are blessing that this lesson will be for their healing. So please feel free to write me in the chat names, and I will do it very quick, couple of minutes from now. So let's start. I must say that this portion lesson that we read this Shabbat in the synagogue is a portion with a lot of rules. We are just finished, as I said at the beginning, the 10 commandments. Now there's a lot of rules about slaves, about money, about killing, about a lot of things, and it's very hard I think, to choose what I want to focus on, because I can't go on everything, because as I don't know if you know, there is a book called Talmud, and a lot of books that was written on each one of the verses that we're going to read in this portion. Like on every verse, you can find a book of explanations. So it's a very hard portion to choose. But just for example, I want to show you. I will show you the. Okay, so you can see here the portion. So the portion starting with should you buy a Hebrew slave? He should work 6 years, and in the 7th year, he should go out freedom without charge. This is one example of something that we can see in this portion about that if you have a slave, so in the 7th year, he have to get free, only if he's a Hebrew slave. There's a lot of rules. I can go like, let's go to 10, to 12. One who strike a man so that he died shall surely be put to death. 5th, and one who strike his father or his mother shall surely be put dead. And one who curses his father or his mother should surely be put to death. So there is a lot of rules here. But I want to choose something specific, and then to talk as we are doing every portion every week. That I'm telling you that every week what I'm doing is to choose 2 things and then to try to go deeper. So there is a lot of rules, as I said, and in the end, there is a kind of a ceremony that Moses do to all the Hebrew people after they get the commandment. So this is the portion. Now, before that I will start, as I said, I want to read in the chat if there is people that need healing, that this lesson will be for them. I'm going to read right now. How's this now? Okay, let's finish with the healing prayer, and then we'll go. Okay. So this portion lesson will be for the healing, for blessing, for healing, for Ilana bat Sarah, Naomi bat Naama, Maria Williams, Steve Krebs, Tony Williams, Sherry Dongan, איציק חיים בן לידה, משפחת סעידיאן, and all the others that need healing. אל נא רפנה להם, אל נא רפנה להם, אל נא רפנה להם. Amen. All right. So I'm going to choose one verse, and I'm going to speak on this verse. And I would love, if you can, please write me in the chat. Feel free to ask any question that you want. I will try to answer, or if you think to say something, feel free to say whatever you want. I want to talk about this interesting thing that we see a lot in this generation. I'm going to choose 2 things from this place. Okay. 21. You should not oppress any widow or orphan, because if you oppress him for his cries out to me, I would certainly hear his cry. My word will kindle and will slay you with a sword, and you want this is will be widow, and your children orphans. This is one of the it's a very unique verses, because we see that if you're gonna do something for a widow or for an orphan, if they are crying to God, God is like telling them, you must know that you have a power. I give you a power, because it's written in the Bible. You can see it in the Bible. If someone do something to you as a widow and you are crying, so I'm telling you as God that I will do for him the same thing that I will put him in the same place you are standing right now. And when I read this verse, I felt very strange, because we know that most of the time we don't deal with prayers. We don't know if our prayer will be answered. We know that we need to pray, because this is very important to pray, to let God know what we want. But we know that sometimes the answer can be no. I heard your prayer, but I'm not going to do it, because that I have a different plan. Because that maybe that your prayer is not something that's good for you. But in this case, when you are doing something to a widow, God will answer her. And this thing that, as I said before, it's catch my attention, because we don't see a lot of places like this, that God telling to someone, I will answer you if you will cry for me, and you will, and I will do this and this and this. I can take from this verse something very important, to know that then when we are seeing a widow, or when we see someone that we feel that is not in a good situation in his life, we need to remember that God put him in this place. And because that God put him in this place, we are not allowed to hurt him more than what God did to him. We need to help him. That's why God put him in this place. And if we are going to hurt him, he is much stronger than us. Is more stronger. Is stronger than us, not more. He's stronger than us, because he can speak directly with God, and God will hear him. And I am not in this place. I'm not sure that God will hear my prayer. So this verse shows us that when we are seeing someone in a bad situation, we need to remember that the more is going down, it's the more you get closer to God. This is what I understand from this verse. All right. Second thing that put my attention is 24. When you lend money to my people, to the poor person, to my people, to my poor person. Again, it's very connected to what I said. The more you are down, the more you connect to God. With you, you should not behave toward him as a lender. You should not impose interest upon him. We understand that interest is something that it's not allowed. And it's something that we see a lot in our life. So how can it be that so many people, Jewish, non-Jewish, not doing what's written in the Bible, that that interest, it's not allowed? What do you think about it? What do you think about what I said? It's very interesting to see. I'm just watching now in the chat. What do you think about it? What do you think about all the banks What do you think about all of this when you read this verse? All right, for me, it's just catch my attention. All right, let's move forward. Let's read more. 8. You should not accept a bribe, for a bribe will blind the clear-sighted and corrupt words that are right. Corrupt words, sorry. This is amazing verse, very famous verse that we use a lot when we speak about bribe. That even the best people in the world, when they take bribe, they can fall in the place of bribe, because this is something that even the holiest people, the most honest people can fall. And I think that we see it a lot in this generation. When you see people, when they have a place that they have power in their hand, they have I'm not talking right now on the court. I'm speaking about people with power that can judge things, can decide things. They decided to decide the things that they need to do according to the money that they get. And there is a beautiful story in the Jewish traditions. They speak about a judge in the court that he felt he was in the court. He heard the people in the court, and then he back home. He went to sleep. He had kind of a decision, and then he went to sleep. He woke up in the morning, and he suddenly saw everything different, and he didn't know. He started to think, maybe how can it be that yesterday it was looking like something, like one thing, and when he woke up in the morning, he felt like he needed to change his decision. And then he put his hand in his pocket and put out money. He understand that they put him money on his pocket. He didn't know. What can we learn from this story? That bribe is not only when you understand that you get a bribe. It's even when you are getting closer to place that that you can get something for someone, because we know that all the things that we get, like money, like all the things that kashur, in Hebrew we say parnasa, all the things that connected to money, all the things that connected to our budget is from God. And when people working with this money to do bad things, it can affect you even if you don't know that you get it. Because we know that money is something that have a deep connection to God. And this is what you can take from this very important verse and very famous verse about the bribe that blind the good and the holiest people. All right, I want to read a little bit from the chat. Bobby said, I don't know if it's completely correct to say to put people in a bad situation. It's also a result of choices we make. But yes, point taken. Thank you, Robbie. Yeah, of course that we're everything that we do is result to what we what we did. But sometimes, and we know, I'm sure that you saw it in your life, that sometimes you see people that they get something that they not deserve, and you don't understand why. Sometimes it's happened. And I believe, and I think that what we can learn from the Bible, that everything is from God. And our decisions is from God too. I mean, when you do something, so you creating something with God in every decision that you are doing. It's all the time you and God, everything that you do. One of the things that's very important for me when I'm doing these portion lessons is to explain every time that every moment in our life, in every place in our life, we are with God all the time. And even if I'm a singer, I'm doing these portion lessons because I believe that in every place that I'm in every place, like on YouTube, when I'm singing on YouTube, at the same time I need to speak and to sing for God and to play for God and to talk to the through the Torah, the things that God, I think, want everybody to know. So this is like one example for why it's important for me to do these things. So this is the same thing in every aspect in our life. When we are buying a car, when we are speaking to our friends, when we are inviting someone to eat in our house, to eat with us, to everything that we're doing in our life is the same time what we are doing, and at the same time it's what God do with us. If God uses us for good things, so we are blessing the world with the words of God. If we are doing bad things, so God using us to maybe to see what people doing when bad things happening to them. I don't know. I not really know, but everything is good. This is what I learned. Since money can override the fear of Lord. All right. Robbie, yes, that's true, but when you are in relationship with God, he really thinks to you. Yeah, you're right. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure that. Let's say something like this. When you understand that everything that you do is from God, when you understand it, so there is a very high percent that you will do good things. Let's agree on this. All right. Aileen said, thank you. I'm completely understanding the Torah portion reading. Yeah, thank you, Aileen. All right. Let's move forward for something very interesting that we have in our portion. I want to go back a little bit. Oh, this is very interesting. Very, very interesting. At the beginning of the portion, I want to show you. 1 second. Let me know if you see it when I share it. Okay. If you have a slave, okay, okay. I will try to do it a little bit short, and then to explain you why I focus on the 6, we see that there is like, if you have a slave and he's your slave and you want to get free, and then he decided not to get, he needed to get free, and then he decided to stay. There is a very strange ceremony that he need to do. Need to go, look, read 6. His master should bring him to the judge, and he should bring him to the door, or to the door post. And his master shall bore his ear with an awl, and he should serve him forever. So there is like a very interesting question here. What is this strange ceremony? What is the connection to the we call it a mezuzah, doorpost, okay, to the doorpost? And what is the connection for the slave that don't want to go get free to his ear? So again, what is the connection to the ear, and what is the connection to the doorpost? What is the reason of those two things in this strange ceremony? So I read a very interesting. Everybody understood the question. What is the question? A slave that want to get free, and that don't want to get free. He want to stay in with his master. He should do a very strong ceremony. So the ear in this strong ceremony represent, just to remind you that we are speaking about after the 10 Commandments, after the people of Israel heard the Torah. And that's why the ear have a deep connection in this ceremony, because if someone is a slave and he don't want to go and to get free, so what does he say? He said, I don't want to be slave of God. I prefer to be slave of a man. I prefer to be slave of my master. So the ear that heard the 10 Commandments from God going to be heard. The second thing is about the doorpost. The doorpost, if you remember, when the Hebrew people just went out from Egypt, they put blood on their doors, and this was like the first doorpost. So this is the second thing, because I took you from being a slave to be a free man. How can you go back to be a slave? How can you do this? And this is the reason of this very, very strange ceremony. This is the two reasons of this, the ear and doorpost. All right. I'm gonna read your question again, and I think that I will we are almost finished, because I have only one last subject. So, okay. I want to read your questions or things that you're writing in the chat. All right, Robbie. He tells you why bad things is happening to us. Sometimes it's for our own good. You're right. I agree with you. Both my ears have holes. Yeah, I have one too. Thank you, Mark. A thief can become a slave until his fine is paid off. Yeah, you're right. It's the beginning. In the beginning of the portion, we see it too. But yeah, if you put yourself in a position of a slave, so yeah, it's or that you are a thief, that you don't have money to pay, and then you became a slave. But when you're gonna get free, as I said, if you don't want to get free after all the things that happened to you when you escaped from Egypt, with God, that God help you to become to get free from your slavery. So it's very strange. Why did they pierce the ear with and all on the doorpost. Can you give us Jewish insight on that? I think I explained it. I don't know if I see the question in delay. Again, the reason the ear is symbolizing the ear that heard the Ten Commandments. So how can you steal? How can you be a thief that become a slave or something like this? Or how can you become a slave after you get the Ten Commandments and you don't want to be the slave of God? You want to be a slave of a man. And about the doorpost, as I said, the doorpost is representing the blood on the doors that was the sign of the Hebrew people when they escaped from Egypt. Mark say, thank you, Yair. Okay. Sean say, this slave is all to do with marriage to the master daughter. Yeah. All right. There is a very interesting thing in our portion that talking about if there is a slave, and this is very hard for me, I have to say, because we're not living in these days when we have slaves. Maybe we have a maybe all of us, we are slaves, we don't know it, but there is something not about the daughter. He can get married with the woman slave of the master, and then the kids of the woman slave of the master is on to the master. This is it's something else that's brought in the portion. All right. So I'm gonna go to the last thing that I want to show you in our portion. It's the end of the portion. So we saw all the rules that Moses gave to the Hebrew people, and then it's kind of a teaser to what's going to be happen in the end of the portion. That's it. Okay. So Moses going up to the mountain, and he's taking Yoshua, his student, with him. You know, Yoshua is the one that's going to take all the Hebrew people to enter to Israel, and then it's going up. Let's see. Okay, and Aaron and Hur is the son. Hur is the son of Miriam, the sister of Moses. They're staying in. They're going up a little bit with Moses, but they're staying with the people. So Moses telling them, if you have any problem, ask Aaron and Hur. They will judge for you right now what to do. Let's read 15. And Moses went up to the mountain, and the cloud covered the mountain. It's going up. The cloud covered the mountain, and the glory of the Lord rested on the Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it for 6 days. And he called Moses on the 7th day from within to the cloud. And then this is like amazing what I'm going to read right now. And the appearance of the glory of the Lord was like consuming fire atop the mountain before the eyes of the children of Israel. They are seeing Moses going up to the mountain, to the cloud, and then they're seeing fire and like crazy things on the top of the mountain. And then, let's read the last one. And Moses came within the cloud, and he went up to the mountain, and Moses was upon the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. And this is kind of a teaser to explain about all the things that we're going to read next portion with the sin of Israel that with that didn't want to and tried to pray to idols. They didn't want to Moses, because we see here that they saw Moses going up to the mountain, and then they saw fire and cloud, and he didn't come back for 40 days. They thought that he dead. So this is kind of a teaser for next week about the sin of the sons of Israel. And that's it, I think, for this week. What do you say? You have any questions, more something that you want to say, or that's it? Okay. Mark say, can you imagine this? Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. It's something really hard to imagine, but it's happened. We believe in it. All right. So we will see you next week. Let me know. Please write me, not in the chat, in the comment, if you think that this hour is good for you. So please write me in the comments that you think that this hour is good. I want to know if to go back to the time that we made last week, or for this time, because for me it's very important, like, to find the right time if I don't have a concert. So to do it every week until we will finish all the Torah, because we start from Bereshit, from the first portion, and we will finish in Bereshit next year. I don't know if we will do it next year too, but for me it's very important that to keep the traditions every week. So if you have, if it's good for you this time that we made this portion, so let me know. If you want to say something else, anything that you want to say, please write me in the comments. I'm answering to, I think, almost all the comments. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me. I can say again that it's it's going to happen really soon, that I will release the album. Thank you so much for all the things that you're sending me again and again. Sorry for all the people that sometimes waiting for my response. If it's very important, please write me to my email. It's a crazy days with all the COVID and everything. Let's pray that this COVID will disappear from the world, and we will meet each other, and I will see you in Jerusalem. Maybe I will come to you to America, and we will meet each other. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for being here with me. God bless you all. השם יברך אתכם. שתהיה לכם שבת שלום. ביי ביי.